every leader would do well to have a trip where they can recharge by themselves. Hey everybody, Pierre Quinn here, and I teach leaders like you how to courageously begin the journey to personal and professional transformation. And in this video, I want to talk about why you need both a Lake Chelan and a Bermuda experience. So let's go. Before we jump deeper into the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can be one of the first to know whenever I release new content. So let's talk about two places that I visited in 2018. One of them was Lake Chelan in Washington State, and the other one was the island of Bermuda. Lake Chelan is in the Pacific Northwest. It's a 50-mile narrow lake in the Chelan Mountains, and I was there for a work trip. I was there to present a half-day leadership session for the Washington court system. And I loved the experience at Lake Chelan. I stayed at the famous Campbell's Resort, and nearly everywhere I turned was an opportunity to post things on Instagram. I remember the flight from Seattle to the Wenatchee. Is it Wenatchee? I remember the flight from Seattle to the Wenatchee airport, and then the 2-hour drive through the mountains to get to Lake Chelan. And something happened during that experience. I don't know if it was the mountains. I don't know if it was the clear blue sky. I don't know if it was the fresh air or the puffy clouds, but something about that experience said, you need to be here. Now, even though it was a work trip, I had a fair amount of time to sit and to relax, to watch and to listen and to take in some of that Lake Chelan experience. It's one of my fondest memories from 2018, and I loved that trip. Later on that year in 2018, I went to Bermuda. Now, the work trip to Lake Chelan, I was by myself. This trip to Bermuda, I was with my family. I spent 7 days in Bermuda, and I was there primarily to speak at a church, but we spent most of our days at the beach. We would go to the beach in the morning, we would break for lunch, go back to the beach, and then spend the evenings working with a church. And I loved the Bermuda experience. I mean, every day at the beach. Now, I've been to beaches in California. I've been to beaches in Florida. I've been to beaches in Jamaica. I've been to beaches in Trinidad. And the beaches in Bermuda were some of the best beaches I've ever seen. It was a great experience being there with my family, watching the ocean, watching the kids swim, and just relaxing. It was a time for us to reflect, to plan, to think through some things. And it was one of our fondest memories going on a family trip together. Now, I loved the Lake Chelan experience, and I loved the Bermuda experience. And as a leader, you need both. You need experiences in a picturesque location where you can process, where you can think through, where you can plan, where you can evaluate, where you can take a deep breath, where you can be rejuvenated. Every leader would do well to have a trip where they can recharge by themselves. Now, I'm a highly extroverted person, and I love people, I love engagement, I love conversation, I love being in groups. But people like me, and maybe you're similar, need downtime. Now, we don't need downtime because we don't like people. We need downtime so that we can recharge and be better for people. And leaders need time by themselves to recharge. You also need Bermuda experiences, and the Bermuda experience with family, and even if you don't have a big family, an experience with close friends where you can talk, where you can reflect, where you can relax, where you can be rejuvenated, where you can make memories, where you can put off worrying about some of the common cares and concerns while being surrounded by people you love and you care about. You need Bermuda experiences for rejuvenation. I know sometimes we need to be by ourselves, but there's something amazing that happens when you're in the company of your family and you're outside of the normal hustle and bustle, and you can just relax and enjoy each other's company. It might not be Lake Chelan, but you need a Lake Chelan experience where you can be by yourself and reflect and be rejuvenated. And it might not be Bermuda, but you need a Bermuda-like experience where you can be with close friends or family and relax and think and enjoy and reflect and be rejuvenated. So I'm looking forward to a future trip to Lake Chelan, and I'm looking forward to a future trip to Bermuda. And even if I don't get back to those specific places, I'm looking forward to, as a leader, moments where I can be rejuvenated by myself and moments where I can be rejuvenated in the company of people that I really care about. I'd love to hear in the comments what has been your Lake Chelan type experience and what has been your Bermuda type experience. And if you haven't had one recently, take some time to start planning a trip for you to be rejuvenated by yourself and for you to be rejuvenated around people you love. Because to keep from burning out as leaders, we all need our Lake Chelan moments and our Bermuda moments.